2, 3, 4.
Good evening, darlings, and welcome to another video of my channel, Vegan and Frodo. So today we're staying in a really cool Airbnb with all these sculptures everywhere. There's literally artwork in every corner. Look at this centerpiece. There's stuff everywhere. And look at this. There's like sculpture next to another sculpture, and all these things. Actually went to a commercial art gallery today, and all these things, they would like cost, I don't know, 70,000, 100,000 euros each. It's pretty insane, and I'm talking slightly quietly just because there are quite a few other people in the house, and I just don't want to disturb them, just in case. Just so you know, I could have a little secret, not secret, but quite chat. I'll walk a little bit towards the light so you can see me just a little bit more, and let's just talk. Let's have a little chat. So this trip, I'm in Florence right now, and I decided to stay here another day just because it was really beautiful. Like, I cycled into here, I went into Pisa, rode into Pisa, and then I went to Florence. And I rode in here, and it was evening, even though it wasn't completely dark, but it got dark pretty quick. And I just loved the architecture. Like, I loved the walls, I loved the historic buildings, I loved the windows, little things that are on the side of the building. Like, it's just the most beautiful place. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, at the same time, like, so I decided to spend an extra day here, and at the same time, I don't think I'd want to live here, to be honest, but I really did enjoy just kind of getting to know this place and just having a look. And I think it's very beautiful. The cathedral and the main, like, Pisa Dome, something rather it's called. It's just the main, you know, like, iconic Florence dome. It's like, looks absolutely beautiful. It's just like, it's so huge, so majestic. Went to see the statue of David by Michelangelo. Like, the coolest thing I've learned is that he created it when he was 26. It took him 2 years. The whole thing's made out of marble. It's so big, like, it's over 5.5 meters long, and I thought it was just like ginormous. It was just like, are you kidding me? This is so big. I didn't expect it to be that big. But it's just really quite impressive. And a really awesome thing is, like, I loved how the artists created, like, just kind of the hands, the muscles, the, like, you know, all the, just even veins. You can see veins on his hands. Like, it's such a crazy work. It's so, just like, kind of a bit of an awe. Like, I cannot believe it, you know, how long it would take. It's so tall. Like, you walk in and it has like this little hole thing and like a huge dome, glass-like dome above it. And it's just, it's completely breathtaking. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And another place we went to is House of Michelangelo, which is like the famous lookout point where you go and, you know, you basically usually see the picture of Florence. When you like search Florence on Google, for example, you just like enter it in and it comes up, and it's like hundreds and hundreds of little orange roofs with light yellowish bricky buildings, and then insane cathedral and a few like other huge massive kind of historic monuments showing up. And then you have the river and the bridges over the river, and I just thought that, like, that's so beautiful. Like, couldn't really fly the drone because you're not supposed to fly the drone around here, but it's still like just absolutely spectacular. It's so beautiful. So also, like, as I said before, went to an art gallery like commercial art gallery, and we were just talking to the girl that was like working there, and it was just so interesting. There's like how to, you know, preserve the sculptures that are made, because like they're quite a hefty investment, right? So you would want to keep it well, and there's like some were just like absolutely massive and some are small, and she kind of talks about that these days the people are not like, because the things that are usually sold, well, obviously like the genuine artwork would be so insanely expensive. Usually there are replicas of certain art pieces, and like so usually you get like an artist kind of person who would create like 3, for example, different sculptures, and he'll just keep doing them and them and them and them, and just kind of keep on going in that style, sort of creating something different every time. Because then you create something different every time, it takes longer, it makes the piece unique, it makes it like more expensive. And she's just talking the art gallery, you'll see it in the vlog, but it's basically like from 1800s. It's like open in 1816 or something like that, 1814, like so forever ago. And it's just like absolutely beautiful. It's so big. It has been pretty warm today in Florence. It's like 33 degrees C, but definitely like it hasn't really affected me as much, I guess. It was hot and I did sweat, but like I'm used to like being on the bike all day, and like been cycling through Europe for like the last month. And in reality, I do want to talk to you about something, is that the time is kind of running out for this trip, unfortunately. Like at this stage, like I still have a job, and that's great because that means I can afford to do all these different travels and take you with me and be able to like kind of purchase better quality equipment and things like that. So like it's vital and it's important. But anyway, we're getting off a tangent. The important thing I want to tell you is that I think we are ending this tour here, unfortunately, like cycling part of the tour. I have a few more days and I already have booked a return ticket flight out of Dubrovnik. So what we're doing is, because you know my boyfriend is here as well right now, and he's driving a car. So the rental car needs to be returned back to Nice, which is how like it was worked out cheaper for the rental. Basically it saves you 600 euros if you return the car in the same country you rented it from. And so we'll be doing that, and then probably just flying to Dubrovnik, because we're flying out of there. We're gonna have about 4 or 5 days there, and maybe 1 or 2 days of traveling time to Nice from here. So it's like a little bit, I guess, sad for me. Like, I'll be honest with you, right? Because like when you do these things and you kind of, or more rather when you make goals of doing certain things, of accomplishing certain things, and then you don't quite finish it, like it doesn't quite work out the same way. But I feel like a lot of the trips, like they just don't quite work out the way that you plan them. But they're still like really, really good and really, really exciting, really epic. And potentially you just do something else, something better, you see something beautiful on the way. You decide not to do something else, and you just, kind of swap things over and stuff. But all in all, I just do like a little quick, I'm trying to find like the best light, because it's like 9 o'clock, and like it's dark outside and there's not much light in this room. But anyway, we have started this trip we started a month and a half ago. So for about a month and a half, the past month and a half, I've been cycling and I've been traveling. It's been amazing. We started with 2 weeks in Japan, but we're gonna have a full-on cycling, climb Mount Fuji, and then just chilling out in Tokyo for a few days, and then flying over to Sweden, cycling from Sweden to Oslo, chilling out in Oslo, going hiking in Trolltunga, coming back to Oslo and flying to Amsterdam. And then from Amsterdam, we rode down through Belgium to Luxembourg, through France, literally like through the whole country. And we ended up on the shore, and we went to Italy. and now we're in Florence. So all in all, I think the whole trip has been over 3,000 kilometers, and it has been like much more hilly than I have ever done before. And it has been the longest time kind of thing that I've been away from home as well, with the bike and everything. So it's just has been, it's been amazing. It's been incredible. I've seen so much, like looking back on the last 2 weeks, like I've seen so much cool stuff. It has been so exciting, so beautiful. It's just absolutely like mind-blowing, really. The amount of stuff I have been able and was lucky enough to experience in this trip. So I'm definitely grateful for that. I cannot like sulk too much that I didn't fully like get my full kind of plan of where I was going to cycle to, and that I'll be, getting public transport, you can say, getting a plane, getting a flight to that place. But I also did really, really, really want to spend a few days in Dubrovnik as well. So that would have, like, I want to do that because I've always like wanted to go there, and I think that place is like really, really cool. And I'll obviously, of course, 100% take you with me, and you'll get to see that in the vlogs, and I'll do a couple of longer videos in there as well. And I'm hoping to do some cycling in Dubrovnik too. So that'd be very, very cool and very fun and very exciting. And yeah, I just kind of made that decision, and I think it's the right decision for this time. And all in all, Italy is not going anywhere. It's not going, can always come back to this beautiful country. This isn't even my first time in Italy. It wasn't my first time in France, and I can still keep exploring the countries through the bicycle, and you're rediscovering them and learning something new, and learning something new about yourself, about the country, about the people, about certain dramas that may happen on the way. Definitely the big drama this trip was the whole attack by an animal, kind of working out what would you do in another country where you don't speak their language, and kind of sorting that out. And obviously having a rental car, and for the last maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, I think it's like a couple of weeks, having my boyfriend here, like it kind of added also extra, like it made certain things easier, but other things it kind of added just extra layer of different things that you need to think about and consider and work on, like getting into accidents, learning into how to drive on, not accidents, but like hitting things like broken windows, renting a car, taking it over the border, how like just everything, the whole thing works. And it's just, oh yeah, someone keyed the car because they were not particularly impressed how we were parked in this tight little thing in Cinque Terre. By the way, you can drive to Cinque Terre, and there is like a big car park there, so you leave your car there and you basically walk to the beach. It's like 1.5, or like walk to the village, 1.5 K, it's not even that, but 1.5 K is probably to just the very bottom where you can go swimming. So, oh man, like to think about all the insane things I've experienced in this trip is just insane. It's just insane. Like I'm gonna be going through all the footage that I've done, that I've recorded, and like putting it all together, putting all the drone footage in. I've had also like dramas with the GoPro mounts. Like I was using one, then it broke, and I didn't fully realize that it broke, so a lot of things were like recorded like boom, and I was just like, oh my god. So I had to like get another one, get that properly set up. So there's a lot of like big learning process on filming and stuff as well. So anyway, I want to say I hope you forgive me for not cycling to Dubrovnik, but I think it's more that I need to forgive myself and allow that to happen for myself, just because that's just a smart decision, it's the right thing to do in this time. And I have been absolutely, completely and totally lucky to have a lot of amazing things in my life. Have, financially being able to do something like this, and be able to travel, be fit and healthy enough to be able to handle this kind of distance on the bike. And the thing that I didn't fully realize is that I've been cycling a lot during the really, really hot hours, especially here in the south. Well, like, because you get up in the morning, you get your stuff together, and then you cycle the whole day, or most of the day, until the place where you're going to stay the night. And the 2 hours, the hottest hours of the day, they're like 38 degrees, 40 degrees, like absolute crazy hit. And I've done that for like at least a week in a row. It's been 30 plus, like every single day that I've cycled, 35 plus. So that just really, really takes it out of you. And I didn't realize for like a while, every night and at night when I come to a destination, I'd be like so frustrated and so impatient and just so irritated half the time. Like I'd be happy with like the distance, or I might be like grumpy at the smallest things. And the reason is that like I was just getting incredibly dehydrated, not by trying to, but it's just like kind of seemed to happen. I was extremely hungry, it was just taking out extra stuff out of me, and I was just so completely and totally wasted and tired. And I didn't realize that at the time, because I was just like, oh, it's no worries, it's just warm. But it does affect you. And obviously desirable alternative would have been wake up earlier, ride until midday, for example, or 11, have a break in the middle of a day for a few hours until the hottest time of the day goes by, and then going back and cycling for the rest of the day until it's the evening, so at least it's a little bit cooler. And that's why I guess there's that siesta kind of stuff that happens and everyone kind of does around here, and it does make sense, although it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying when shops close in the middle of the day, because you're just like, you're a shop and people might go inside, like especially if it's like aircon, they might want to stay and probably buy something and whatever. So it's just like a little frustrating. In regards to finding vegan food in Italy, it actually has been like really, really easy, and the supermarkets are just filled with vegan stuff here. Patties, ravioli, like that's I think the coolest find for me. I found vegan croissants, I found vegan Nutella, like 3 different brands of vegan Nutella in fact, and it's just, and the pasta, the ravioli pasta, the vegan one, that has been like the highlight for me. It's just, yeah, it's very, very cool. I thought very exciting. It's a really beautiful country. It's a brilliant country. There are a few places that I wouldn't probably stay or go back to, but I absolutely loved a lot of the coast. La Spezia, or like rather the coast, was incredibly beautiful. And I loved Cinque Terre, and I loved Portofino, and I loved like all that area like around Portofino. Florence, obviously, since I decided to stay here an extra day, I was just like this is it, this is like the place. I don't know, I kind of felt, and I was like, I cannot go and like push through another day and kind of whatever, like struggle, like, I mean, it wouldn't be a struggle, but I was just like, I cannot pass on this opportunity of staying in this insane, amazing place and just checking it out a little bit, feeling for the city. So my darlings, in regards to France, I had a few favorite spots, like obviously along the coast. I actually really enjoyed Nice, in spite of the drama and trouble that I've had there. It is a very beautiful place, and just along that coast there, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Recommend it 100%. It's so easy for bicycles. There's a footpath, like a huge path, bicycle path in most places. The area, especially after Nice towards Italy, is hilly. It's not obsessive, but it's fairly hilly. Like I was hitting 1,000 or 1,500 meters every single day, like easy. Sometimes it would be 40k ride. One time it was a 40k ride just because I really, really wanted to stay at the place and just enjoy it and chill. And it was like still like, I don't know, 1,300 or something meters climbing. So the climbing has been sufficient on this trip as well, and I guess that takes it out of you too, especially when you're doing it in 40 degree heat or 35 degree heat. all in all though, I think it has been a successful tour. Cycling wise, the trip hasn't finished completely yet, but it has been like just, I want to say, fantastic up to this point. There are a lot of things that didn't go as planned. There are a lot of things that kind of had issues or dramas, but a lot of things that just completely blew me away and blew my mind. And I can't even imagine that like last month I was in Japan and how completely different it was to where I'm here in Europe, and that I was in Amsterdam and in Belgium before I got into France and Italy, because I feel like France and Italy has been like such giant chunks of the trip. Like it has been at least a week in each place, and definitely we're gonna have almost a week in Croatia, like 5 days or 4 days. So it's pretty good, like not including the days we fly out kind of thing. So it's been good flying. So I should stop this video here and let you go. Thank you for watching till the end if you're still watching. This place is completely, like, it just blows my mind. Like I'm sitting here and there's like this crazy sculptures everywhere in this room. I have not really even been in a house where things like that were in the house, but like here they're just in abundance, in complete and total abundance. Let's get the show on the road. Hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Thanks for checking in again, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Live your life, live your dreams, whatever they may be, and even if sometimes things don't go the way you've planned, trust that they're going the way they're supposed to go, and just make the most of it. Enjoy it as much as you can, even if you're completely and totally like exhausted. Try to change your mindset and just be in the moment. Love it for whatever it is, whatever it's teaching you one way or another. Anyway, lots of love to you guys. Thanks for checking in again, and remember to stop counting calories, start counting health. Count your adventures, count your passions. Go to Italy, go to France, go to Belgium, go to Netherlands, go to Norway, go to Sweden, Monaco if you like. Go to Japan. Go anywhere and everywhere you want to explore, because this world is yours. Take it. Have a good night.
Cherry, 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 red.